Chiefs chat with the guys. Little thing on the playoffs here. It's weird not seeing Kansas City in it for me. It sucks. But at the same time, I'm looking at these teams and going, okay, what are they doing different? Concentrating on, great running backs. Good running backs. Good. Make a difference, man. A good running game. Clean crisp routes. Big thing for me is the team that lost, EAGLES, Eagles. Bye, Eagles. Glad you're out. Look, I watched that game, and I was so happy. And look, I used to like the Eagles. And it's not because they beat Kansas City in the Super Bowl, because we also beat you in the Super Bowl, Eagles. So we're 1-1. What I can't stand is Sirianni. Can't stand that guy. He's a jerk off. He's yelling at his players on the sideline. What's it with AJ Brown? Is it AJ Brown he's yelling at? Why are you yelling at that dude? That dude ain't gonna want to play for you. All right. You should be saying, move on to the next play. Get in the game. Move on to the next play. We're good. Should be doing that instead of whatever your problem is. The dude's psycho. He likes to piss off his own players. And the fans. Lord forbid if I was to go there and watch the Chiefs play them up in Philadelphia and wear my hat and my gear. I've seen how they treat other fans. I'm like, holy cow, man. I don't ever remember in Kansas City when I was living there in Kansas City, going to Arrowhead, watching games, and I went to a couple times. Pittsburgh played there, the Steelers, and I never seen any fights. When Joe Montana. And then went to the playoffs with the Chiefs, and they went in overtime. That game was so cold, my toes were frozen. But here's the deal. Any stadium you go to, if you taunt the home team, you're probably going to get your ass kicked. I've heard of people getting in fights at Arrowhead only if they're taunting us. I know at Royal Stadium, Kauffman Stadium, when I went to the game there, one of the last games I went there before I moved to Florida, was, the Twins were playing, and they were kicking our ass. I mean, they were kicking our ass. We sucked, but I loved going to games at that time. And the guy was talking shit. Oh, the Royals suck and all this stuff. And you see a cup hit him in the head. He's like, turns around like that. And then another cup, and then a bunch of cups hit him in the head. That happens at any stadium. If you're going to sit there and talk shit to the fans, that's what they're going to do. But on a normal basis, like if you come to Kansas City and you're just cool, you can cheer for your team. No one's going to give a crap. Just like when my cousin and I went to Miami, we had our Cubs hats on. We watched the Marlins and the Cubs play. We were cheering for the Cubs, but we weren't like making fun of the Marlins or nothing like that. Because, we didn't want to aggravate them, but nobody gave us any crap. I mean, everybody was pretty nice. So Philadelphia is a hard place to go to. I guess you would just have to wear regular clothes, and somebody asks you, what if I'm from just make up some crap. I'm from Hawaii, and I'm just here to watch a game. I just like watching football. That's how you'd have to go up there. Otherwise, they'd punch you in the butthole. So, so that team, they're gone. They're out of the playoffs. Then I watched the Jacksonville and Bills game, and I got mixed emotions. The Bills fans are kind of assholes too. Not all of them, but some of them are assholes. Well, Josh is in the playoffs, and Mahomes ain't. Oh, okay, and your organization is 0-4, and they haven't won a Super Bowl, and Josh Allen hasn't won jack. But if it wasn't for them saying that crap, I'd be like, I'd like to see Josh Allen win a Super Bowl. I would. I'd like to see him win one, but it's hard with the fan base. You know, kind of. So maybe maybe they have a chance to go. They're kind of banged up. That was kind of a good game. Jacksonville kind of played their B game. I thought Jacksonville didn't play their best game. And then, so that was still a good game, though. The Bears game, I like, shit, they're 21, was it 21-3 or something like that? Oh, this game's over. And then they come back in the second half and like, okay, that was a good game. The Bears, that's another good story, is I like to see the Bears win as far as that because they're north of KC. And then they could play the Super Bowl Shuffle. That would be kind of cool. Then you have that. They beat the Packers. And see, I like the Packers because their history and their stadium's kind of cool. But Bears is a good story, man. I have a friend that lives here in Florida that's from Chicago, and that would be kind of, if they won, that would be kind of a cool story. Then you have Seattle, and you have that team. The only team I can say that I really don't, and then you have the Patriots, but the team that I really don't want to win is Denver. Like, if you were to ask me I got a couple of them, I got 3 of them, rivals, but what's your number one is Denver. I don't want to see them win jack. All right. The second game we played them, if we were healthy, I think we would have won that game. If we were all 100% healthy, because we almost won that game with the third stringers. But so you have them, and then you have the Texans. Their defense, like, if they go and win, it's because of their defense. Their defense is badass. Like, I wish I had some defensive tackles like that for us. I'm saying that's what we need. Draft them, or draft some good defensive rushers to help Chris Jones. Chris Jones needs help, man. So that team there, they ferocious defense, man. So one thing I can do about watching playoff football is go, okay, this is what we need to do for these teams next year to get better, to get right back on top. And the way I also look at it is, we kind of our team was beat up, and pretty much, even with Mahomes, our offensive line, everything was sucked. But when we were in contention there for a little bit, to still be in the playoffs, we didn't lose the games by much. We just made stupid mistakes. So I know it's not like we got blown out or anything. So you have the Texans, and you have the the Broncos, which I don't care who wins. Then you have the Patriots. You have some people going, well, we don't want to see the Patriots anymore. Well, this is a new era. I mean, Drake May, is that his name? That quarterback, man, he looks like he's going to be good. Like, let's see if his sophomore year, see what he does if he don't hit a wall. But let's see how far they can go in the playoffs. The Patriots, they got a pretty good team. So, these quarterbacks are getting better, and the league's getting better. So we have to keep up with them to get there again. So NFC, in your comments, who do you want from the AFC, and who do you want from the NFC? I'm thinking I want, to me, it's between the Rams and Bears. I'd say the Bears and then the Rams, but I'll go with Bears. NFC, that's who I want. That's not necessarily who I think was going to go. Who I want from the AFC? Well, shit, Okay. AFC is a little harder because have more rivals in the AFC. And it sucks that I'm thinking like this, but if it wasn't for Buffalo's fans, I'd say I want Josh Allen. So I don't want them to win because of their fans. But if Josh Allen was to win a Super Bowl, okay. And Patriots, I really don't want to see them win another Super Bowl. But I won't be upset if they do. Because I like Drake May. To really be honest with you, Denver is one I really don't want to win. I just don't want them to win. So on NFC's Bears, I'm going to say I want Houston. I don't think they've ever won one before. And their defense is badass. So, but those are who I want. Now, who do I think? I think in AFC, I think it's going to be Buffalo. I think Buffalo's is going to right now is the only thing is they're kind of banged up. That would keep them. But if Josh Allen can finally break through, I think they're going to 95% chance, 90% go. But you don't know. All those teams are so close that Denver, what they have going for them is their defense, and they're at home. So I think Buffalo or Denver, one of those two are probably going to do it. But who knows? Maybe the Patriots will ruin everybody's party, right? Don't really know. NFC, the Rams are the most experienced one. The 49ers and Bears. Oh man, that's a tough one, man. I would say, as far as coaching, defense, and been there before, I'd say the Rams. Who do I think would win the Super Bowl? I say Rams by a notch, barely. But here's the funny thing about it: any of these teams are not really the favorites. They're pretty much even. Any of these teams can win. In your comments, who from the AFC do you think is going to win? And the NFC, and who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? Anyways, tomorrow or Saturday, I think the Bills and Broncos play. I'd have to look up these teams. I know the Broncos play, so I'll probably watch that game. Rooting on whoever's playing them. If your team's in the playoffs, put which team's in there, and if you think your team's going to win? What is the key to why you think they're going to win? Is it your defense? Is it your quarterback? Is it your special teams? Until next time, go Chiefs.